one of the techniques known in psychology, which is the science of the study of human beings or study of human behavior. Group tasking technique is actually adapted from the overall technique of observation technique. Let me give a little insight, of course, but however, for candidates, they must know who is actually going to be assessing them when they meet a GTO, or for that matter, any assessor, with due respect, who comes into the system. So there was this 1 month of theoretical orientation at the Defense Institute of Psychological Research, and you have two very prominent and eminent and experienced GTOs who are there. And otherwise, so the atmosphere at DIPR, you have definitely tend to meet the scientists, the psychologists, the interviewing officers, others who are engaged in teaching people. It's a very beautiful atmosphere. It's a very lovely place. And of course, you must have the liking for academics. So I actually went there with my natural liking for academics and very happy to be in such a place which was very close to where I was myself born. Okay. So it was kind of going back to a place where as a toddler, I would have actually played around in my cycle in the same place in DIPR and come back again. Okay. Of course, DIPR was not there during that time. There was only something called the DIPR labs and in-mass. In-mass, yeah. Firstly, the theoretical leg, they really teach you all the details, especially about the group tasking technique. Now, the word actually for psychology, since it is one of the techniques known in psychology, which is the science of the study of human beings or study of human behavior, group tasking technique is actually adapted from the overall technique of observation technique. That is, when you're studying somebody's behavior and observing the person in the context of a group. So that is called the observation technique, and it has been adapted and brought into a group of tasks which are placed in front of the candidate, and that is how the person is assessed. So now the theoretical part was taught at DIPR, and we were basically, which people don't know, that the GTO speaks out his briefing so comfortably, as well as other assessors do also, is because these things are grilled inside us in the DIPR. So there are 11 briefings which you have, that is instilled, that this is something you have to get into your blood. And also the overall basic principles of why and what is taking place and to what end. That is the purpose of studying a person's personality by in the context of a group. And the 15 officer-like qualities. A deeper understanding comes at a later stage, however, and even today, I am still learning and understanding each and every quality in a greater depth than the way I was exposed to it. So we are made to learn the officer-like qualities by heart. Every single word in each and every quality has got a specific meaning, and that is how you learn to select officers. Once you're back after this 1 month, the next part is when you're there for your nearly 8 batches of training in terms of the GTO technique. You have a phase 1 training, you have a phase 2 training. For each phase, there is a specific instructor. And this actually is physically and mentally, once again, really grueling. That means you do not get to sleep. For the 2 months, you're there at the selection center, learning on one-to-one basis with a GTO who has been placed as your instructor. So now it becomes like a guru-shishya system. And therefore, you are learning on the ground. You are seeing live candidates being assessed, and you learn how to look through the lens of a GTO who is already practiced in the system, who has already worked in the system.